She's talking to someone in the media side.
If the point of it is that Stevens was a material witness and knew something about it.
No, that I'm tying it into members, alleged members of YSL, activities that they participate in, and the way that they operate as an enterprise, the existence of the enterprise.
All right, tell me how whatever you think this witness is going to say is going to do that.
It gives the jury the information that witness is aware of a particular murder that involved two rock crew and then later YSL.
He's going to be able to testify that they were involved in this murder?
No, they didn't do the murder.
Okay, so what is it then?
Your Honor, their involvement and their association with one another, we have to prove association between members of YSL. We have to prove the type of enterprise it is. We have to, and the type of activities and the lengths to which they go to protect and preserve it. So,
and what is it that this witness is going to say about either of those two people that's going to show that?
Your Honor, the existence of those people and their associations, number one. And
she's not letting this shit in.
This person saying this directly proves a fact. It's evidence that is relevant in that it gives the jury information.
Don't tell me what it's going to do. Tell me what the evidence is. I mean, I don't know your case as well as you do. So I don't know what it is that you think this witness is going to say that's going to show any of that.
Trontavia Stevens was...
Holy shit.
How is this witness going to testify to connections between Porter and Stevens?
Based on what his investigation and his involvement in the investigation of the murder. He interviewed...
Just going to show that these two people knew each other?
No,
You're not telling me anything. So, I mean, I'm trying to follow you.
Miss Love is intentionally not telling her. She doesn't want the defense to know. She's being strategic, but the judge is clearly not going to allow it in.
Maybe I'll take a bathroom break, and then when you come back, you'll be able to articulate what it is. So let's all...
Yeah.
Holy shit.
How is this witness going to testify to connections between Porter and Stevens?
Based on what his investigation and his involvement in the investigation of the murder. He interviewed...
Just going to show that these two people knew each other?
No,
You're not telling me anything. So, I mean, I'm trying to follow you.
Miss Love is intentionally not telling her. She doesn't want the defense to know. She's being strategic, but the judge is clearly not going to allow it in.
Maybe I'll take a bathroom break, and then when you come back, you'll be able to articulate what it is. So let's all...
I think that was the worst response that Miss Love has ever had trying to get evidence in.
He's going to be saying, I learned XYZ. Well, how did you learn it? Well, somebody told me, right? So it's still hearsay, even if you rephrase it in a different way.
Still hearsay, Miss Love.
Your Honor, I appreciate the fact that the state's withdrawing this line of inquiry. However, I would just like to say, moving forward, this is an example. Alleged crime, or I mean, it was adjudicated in court from 2011, I believe. It's not on the indictment. There was no 404B notice. There was no 418 notice. There was no discussion of this as an intrinsic act. So, I just don't think that we should just be bringing up wholly unrelated murders.
How is that allowed? Someone explain to me. Not on the indictment, not involved in YSL really at all, to be honest.
Just willy-nilly without at least noticing the other side of our plans to do so.
Seems reasonable.
It was alleged that Trontavia Stevens was the intended target. So, in as much as the questions that I asked may involve incidents that YSL members were involved in, number one is going to be things that have been provided in discovery, but number two, just because it's another act.
60% of you aren't subscribed. I'm going to say this every video because what the